Hey guys, Cdrama Invasion here, and there's so much to cover today. I'm going on a mini little 4-day vacation for the weekend, so I'm filming this a little bit earlier on the 3rd of August. So if any other news come out, we'll cover it on Monday or Tuesday whenever I come back. For this episode though, there were some interesting news from Korean media outlets, so I decided to put a couple of them in here. But quite a lot of interesting news came out. So let's just jump on into it. Make sure to subscribe, all that jazz, and catch up on previous videos for the latest news and updates, as well as obviously subscribing and turning on notification bells to all. So first off, we have the very unfortunate news that actress So Hee injured herself around the eyes while filming Gyeongseong Creature. It was quite serious and she had to be rushed to the hospital. However, thankfully, it wasn't so bad that you needed to have surgery on the eyes. A lot of reports were coming out a little bit earlier that that was the case, but either way, quite scary, especially around the eye area, which is super sensitive. I hope that she gets all the rest that she needs and her condition will be better. She's currently resting and being under monitor and care. Next is a piece of news that Semantic Error, the movie, has screened for 5 theaters in Korea, and every single seat was basically sold out in minutes. This is great news, and I think out of all Korean BLs or stuff, they're still exploring that industry right now. It's very under budget and it's getting a lot of backlash for the low quality, etc. And that's because they're hiring very low budget actors for low budget 10-minute productions. Of course, it's not going to be perfect, but Semantic Error has come out on top and they still remain so. So I think this is a movie that will include all of the episodes, but also a little bit more on each person's perspective and maybe things that they cut out from the drama. So major congrats for them. And last in the little K news segment is that South Korea's Minister of National Defense allowed BTS to practice and perform during mandatory military services. So I'm not sure if this just means they're doing concerts or if they're allowed to fly outside of Korea. Either way, it kind of makes sense from a business standpoint. They did contribute so much to the economy and boost tourism and stuff, sales, etc. If you don't know, Korean military mandatory enlistment occurs when you're around 27 to 30 years old, and you have to go for all men to get trained just in case something happens. Either way, it's wild to see that they're literally changing history and literally changing the entire nation's laws. Anyways, let's move on to the C-drama portion. Let's talk about dramas that recently aired. They are mostly aired on August 8th for some reason. We have 3 dramas dropping. The first one is called Dear Little Mermaid. This is an iQIYI sweet romance web drama, and it stars Siyi and Kaixin. There is no mention of any fantastical mermaids or anything happening, so I wonder why they decided to go with the name. Anyways, the next drama is the legal drama Rose War. This is based off of the American TV show The Good Wife, and it stars Huang Xiaoming and Yuan Quan. This will be available on CCTV as well as Tencent Video, and it has around 40 episodes. This is part of the Youku mini-series lineup. It's a thriller, mystery, life, and youth drama with 16 episodes. It starts in 2003, where a 17-year-old girl who passed away due to a mysterious incident. And the suspect in that later turns out they're already dead, even though 10 years later, they find a very similar case to the girl. And after digging, they realize that there's much more to the story. So this one stars Ou Hao and Wang Yuwen. Sounds interesting, and 16 episodes is quite a good amount of episodes for a story without dragging out the plot too much. If I manage to catch it, of course, I'll give you guys a first impressions on it. As for dramas that recently released new materials or a booting ceremony, we have the new modern fantasy romance drama Love from the Game Bug, starring Zhou Jieqiong and Qiugu. There were also some new releases of posters for upcoming dramas. The first one is the historical romance web drama Lost Track of Time starring Xing Fei and Jai Zhilu. And the other one is Mango TV's modern romance web drama I May Love You starring Zheming and Huang Riying. iQIYI also posted their upcoming drama list to be broadcasted in August to mid-September. This is known as their summer vacation slot. So first one is Checkmate starring Hu Yitian and Zhang Yulang. It looks really great. It's basically a parallel universe of My Roommate is a Detective. It's not the same thing, and you don't have to watch the first season to watch this one, but it follows a similar concept of two people who establish a bromance relationship, and we have them solve cases together. On the list is Love Between Fairy and Devil, or Kang Lanjue, starring Esther Yu and Dylan Wang. This one I've been looking forward to. See You Again is on the list as well, another Hu Yitian drama, this time with Yuki Chen, and it's a Republican romance drama, but I think it's a time travel. Sounds promising. I always love a good time travel drama. 20 Your Life on 2 with Guan Xiaotong will be airing as well, according to the list, and Mr. Bad with Shen Yue, which is a story about a girl who accidentally wishes for true love, but she summons a villain from another world instead, and I think they have to live together. We have 3 other dramas with a very high possibility to air in the upcoming 2 months. The first one is Ode to Joy 3. We also have The Longest Promise, which I talked about last time, still rumored for the 11th. And last but not least, She and Her Perfect Husband, which is one that literally kept on being delayed. Rumors were that it was going to air all the way back in like April, and then it got moved to June, and then after June came July, and then now apparently it's in August, so who knows. Let's just hope that it comes out before the year ends. Okay, let's get into the celebrity news portion. So first is an update for the whole Yuan Bingyan situation regarding her and whether or not she'll be boycotted off the set of Fox Spirit Matchmaker. And it seems like even though they're being low-key about it, we got some really blurry photos and a bunch of netizens saying that they saw the cast members and Yuan Bingyan is no longer there, and instead we have actress Guo Xiaoting, who was spotted in her outfit. So she seems to be the second female lead of that drama now. Guo Xiaoting is a smaller actress and she's mostly in supporting roles. Her most recent work is the evil lady in The Blue Whisper. Good luck to her and the cast for, you know, going through this, and I hope that the drama is not affected. Next is the very disturbing news that came out. This is quite low-key. There's not too much information that I could find in English, so do let me know if you read it up or try to research it, and maybe you can read Chinese, and you know, let us know more details in the comments below. But it was reported that the girl group member in a group called BEJ48, Zhu Liwei, was accused of secretly filming videos of girls showering and sending it to her boyfriend, as well as the inside lockers and backstage of dressing rooms of, I'm guessing they're talking about other members of the group. If you have any clarifications, let me know in the comments below. So she says that her boyfriend threatened her to do this, among other things. The victim claims that the video was deleted and the police had insufficient evidence, so she couldn't really do anything about it. But she still feels violated and therefore felt like there was a need to expose this online. Thoughts on this is it's for sure messed up, and people are right now going really in on this girl, and of course she's at fault for doing this. A lot of people are saying like, girl, don't you have a brain? He can tell you to do things, but it takes two. And it's true, you do ultimately make the decision, but instead of threatening her and calling her this and that, I think that there's so much more that could be happening behind the scenes, or maybe she's just not mentally stable or emotionally stable. It's disturbing because they're hinting that there's definitely a lot more incidents and not just one girl that's been in this horrible situation. It reminds me of the Nth Room case in South Korea. But unfortunately, there's literally group chats and lots of messaging apps and stuff where men are just disgusting and vile, and they do these things and they get away with it because it's so hard to track them, because technically, even though it's a crime, unless you get caught like red-handed or something like that, they can use a VPN, they can use this and that to make sure that they don't get tracked. And because it's so new and a lot of these systems of law do not take in cyber crimes, they get off the hook quite easily. But back to my point on everyone kind of bullying Zhu Liwei right now. I get it, she's terrible for doing something like this, but at the same time, I think that there could be more to it, and she's probably in a toxic relationship. The fact that he has this much power over her is disturbing, and the fact that they're still together is probably even more disturbing. So who knows what's going on behind closed doors. He might have done something to threaten her, to ruin her life. I mean, if he's getting these like gross, illegal videos of idols or girls, who's to say he doesn't have worse on the girlfriend right now? She could also be the victim, and either way, it's just a very gross and sad case that you really can't do anything about it. I really hope for the victim's sake that it wasn't one of those cases where, you know, you go to authorities and they're like, yeah, we'll do something about it, but they didn't, and then they just went back to her and like, sorry girl, there's not much that we can do, and this is why she's basically using the internet as a way to get justice. Either way, my heart goes out to the victim and maybe other victims of this type of crime. Really horrible, especially when you can't do anything about it, and it really traumatizes you. Like, I am actually quite paranoid myself, so I can't even imagine how traumatizing this will be. It's something that shouldn't be normalized, but there's been so many cases that people get away with like peeping toms that it's just so messed up. Anyways, let's wrap things up with some good news. So first of all, we have a rumor between Zhao Lusi and Wu Lei. They said that Tencent really enjoyed them in Love Like the Galaxy, and because it's so popular, they want a second drama with them, but this year, around next year or 2024. Since they said that, rumors are Zhao Lusi is quite busy. After one drama, she takes on like 2 other dramas. But right now, they're just very early rumors that are going to wait for the scheduling of the actors as well as the right script to come along. Another little tidbit or news about Zhao Lusi that was told by a small actor who said that he's not even a Zhao Lusi fan, nor does he really care about too much celebrities, etc. High traffic celebrities. This person worked with her on Love Like the Galaxy, and he said he was truly impressed by how genuine she was and how kind she was, that she fought for these smaller actors without a voice. There was a scene in particular that he said that they tried to film with the horses, but they were kind of bugging out that day because it was hot, and they kept on filming with the same horses again and again for that shot. And it got to a point where the team, the production was like a little bit frustrated and they just wanted to carry on. But Zhao Lusi noticed that for the safety of everybody on set, it would have been better if they got like horse changes or let the horse like rest, etc. So she spoke up for them. Always love finding these little pieces of news about actors, actresses that do these types of little things that not a lot of people talk about, but I think is important to just show more of their authentic self that's not portrayed on screen. Anyways, that's a wrap for this video. It was a little bit longer, but still hope you enjoyed it. Names, titles of dramas, etc. is in the description box below. Do let me know if you can find anything on the Zhu Liwei case. As for emoji of the day, let's do a check mark for checkmate. Hope that drama airs soon. And if you want to support the channel even more, we have super thanks that's up. and my Ko-fi coffee page. You can buy me a Ko-fi or coffee and write a little message. And I'll see you guys in the next video.